Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today I thought we would do another Valentine-y sort of feminine card. I'm using this. I am just so obsessed with this. We can't get it in the UK. Scotch removable tape, not low tack, which we get, which is absolutely hopeless. This is absolutely amazing. I'm going to use it all the time. So I've just done a piece at the top, piece at the bottom, and I've got some we're going to work in a section. So this is the tape. I'll put it back in here. As I say, I absolutely love it. It is so good. So I'm going to use some blending brushes, and I've got various shades of pink. So I'm going to use the palest first, which is this one. And I'm just going to take some of this in. Just in on this side. In fact, I might do it all over and then see. Oh, I'm not supposed to be getting it down on the other bit, am I? It's me not concentrating, taking it right from the edge. I want to make sure that I'm not. So we've probably got a little bit of pink on there, but that's because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so that's the palest one. Then I'm going to take through to the next one, and I just want to build it up a little bit. So I'm doing to take it through darker from the top, I think, and bring it down. So we get sort of like an ombre look to it. I can decide which way up I'm going to do it afterwards. So that's going to be the second one. And then I've got this one, which is just going to take it in a little bit rosier from the top. Like this. Okay, I've got a bit of splodge on there, but that's all right. That's just where I moved the brush in. So what I can do is I can take the palest one back again and just take this in on here. So we've got this a little bit paler, and then that'll blend it through a bit more. Okay, that's going to work nicely on there. So I have got, and I've just picked up a few bits and pieces to sort of see what I could do. There's a little heart on here, which I thought was quite nice. There's these hearts, which I really love. And there's this one, which I was given. And obviously I've used it for Christmas. But the little hearts I think is quite sweet. I might use that. I'm not sure yet. I don't even know how it's going to stamp. But it might work quite nicely to just sort of come in, maybe in on the center of something, to just give, let me see if I can do it on a piece of card first. Now I want to stamp it in pink because I don't want it to be, now I've got this one which is more of a reddy pink, but I think that that'll work better. It's VersaFine Claire. It's called Glamorous and it's sort of a rosy reddy pink, so that I think will work nicely. So let's just stamp this on the bottom of here, like that. Oh, that's come out quite nicely. So I can take that, and that can be our sort of centerpiece. Now, I don't know whether I want to, I think I'm going to just keep it as it is. I was thinking whether I should put this with something else on. I might have the love, because love's quite good, or with love, which is quite nice for a Valentine's-y one, isn't it? I wonder if these are separate. Oh, they are. They're separate words, so we'll just have the love, I think. So let's take that out. And we'll put that, will that fit on there? Yes, it will. Okay, I'm going to do that again with this one. And this is VersaFine Claire, works so well. So I can just put one like that. Do I just want one? I'm just going to take 3 because just in case. I was just looking to see whether it had a gap in between the top of that L or not. I don't think it did. It's just, no, it didn't. It just comes in one piece. Okay, so I can put that in like that. And just get some scissors and we'll just quickly cut this one out, I think, because that will give us a start. So I'm just going to go around the edge of this. It's quite nice as well because it's not too uniform. You know me, I like I like things that are a little bit quirky. I'm just going to take this out this way actually, because then I don't have to overly worry about it. You can see it's not completely uniform and I really like that sort of thing, so take that off of there and I'm going to take this piece in on here. Oops. Yes, I've been very lucky with people giving me different things. So I think that sort of will work on there. And I've got this love bit that I'm going to cut out. But I want to have some little hearty pieces going on in here. So I want to do a background. That's going to go in on top. We've decided with that. So this one has got little heart on here. I should have told you what it is. It's the number 573 and it is House of Butterflies, an all and create one designed by Tracy Evans. So on this I'm just going to take out the heart. Where is it? Here it is. So I can just take that out and put that on here. And then I'm going to do these in a variety of these colours. So I'm just going to literally randomly put them in. A bit like love hearts. Whoops, I keep forgetting to do the bottom half of that. That's my fault. I'm not pressing down properly. But that's fine because we're going to be covering it with different colours. So let's put this one in here. This is slightly darker. And I'm going to make sure that I press it down properly. Okay, and then the last one is going to be the brighter one. And I don't have to clean my brush if I'm going, my inks, if I'm going darker. So I can just carefully. You can see I'm sort of going over the top on some of them as well because these are not going to be showing on here, but I want them so that they look as if they're coming through on the edges. I think that's fine. So that will work in on there. So I can give that a bit of a clean off. Okay. Now I did have, so then that's going to go in on here, which I think will stand out quite nicely. I need to trim that a little bit more. just so I can get that in. It's better. Just a little bit round on here. That's better. So that can then just come in on the top. I think that's quite nice. I might just tone it in a little bit. Let's see what I've got left on this brush. I don't want it too bright, so I'm just literally using what I've got on here. So that will just give that a little bit of extra. That's fine. Okay, so I want to add some splats. And I've got these in. I've got red. I might even put purple in. Purple might work. And pink. Because as you know, I like putting some splatters in because it just finishes it off as far as I'm concerned. So I need something to tap it with. That's good on here. Can you see how it's started to come out? These are lovely because they are sparkly as well. That's that one. Purple I think might be quite nice because it'll just give a little bit of a bluey tinge to it. Oh yes. Rather than doing it in black. And then this is the red, so I can do this one. Lovely. So we've got some nice splatters going on there. Let's put these in here because it'll take a second for them to dry. That's those in there. Now I'm going to have this one in on top. I haven't done any splatters on that, but I don't think it matters because I want to have this love in over the top. So which one do we, I think that one was, the first one was the best. Just going to cut it straight out like that. And then let's cut it up this way. I need to make sure I can cut that up straight. I've got a bit of a slope in on here because I don't think it's, that might be okay. See if that will go in over the top like that. Yes, that's fine. Okay, I want to just put a little bit of an edging on this one. Or I could have a matte. What mats have I got? Let me have a quick look and see. I'm doing this while this is drying because it'll take a second for that to dry. So I'm just going to have a little look up on here because that's where I've got most of my mattes and things in different colours. So I'm just going to take out my reds and pinks and I'm just going to grab a handful of them because then I can see what I want to put in with this. So that'll actually work quite nicely. So I've got this one which can go in as the matte on there. So what I want to do is to find a little bit of this. These are full sizes, so I need to find a little scrappy bit of this sort of pink. So give me a second to look in my other bit to see for little scrappy bits. Oh look, says me, I think I've just found one without even having to go anywhere. Look at that. There we are. Always have little tiny bits here and there, and the easiest way I find is I'm going to glue this straight onto the card base like this. So let me just put this in on here. Now you know I've been doing a lot of just marking it round with a pen, but sometimes it's quite nice to just do a little bit of a matte. Okay, so that's going to be our matte on here, And then what you can do, you see, is you can very carefully just make sure that you're only giving a little bit of a quarter of an inch, eighth of an inch, whatever you fancy round it, and then that's going to go inside here. So that's going to go on there, that's going to go straight across the top, and that's going to go on the back. So let's take this out. So this is my tape, and as I say, this tape just literally, I don't have to do all the sideways bits, it just peels straight off. It is the best thing that I have ever been given. Just shows, you know, different places where you can get really good. You just can't get good low tack tape over here. I have tried, as this subscriber watched and watched me struggling and struggling and struggling, and by the time I'd finished it, I was like, oh, for goodness sake, I really can't do this. Okay, so I can glue that onto there like that. I can put that in like that, and the nice thing is that you've got a nice piece here with the white band above and below. Now if you wanted to jazz it up just a little bit, because you know me, what I would do is take my now these are small ones, and I'm going to do the small one because it's a smaller card. So I'm just going to take the gold Posca, because I think gold always just sort of adds. Silver would be nice, but I am very much a goldy person. I do like gold, so I tend to use gold paint and all sorts. So I'm going to go round the side on here, and this is quite thin, so I don't need too much on here. Just doing it down like this. So the other one is quite thick, as you know, whereas this is quite thin. So this just comes quite nicely just down on here as like a little thin line. And if you wanted it more pronounced, you could do it in black, but I just wanted it to just give a little bit of extra on it. So let me just take this on here. Like that. And then I'm going to do this one across here. That, and then this little one across here. So it just adds a little bit of doing it a couple of times because it's quite a thin one. Okay, so that's given, as you can see, a nice little border in with the gold. Then all I need to do is I'm just going to glue this onto here. So we just have this little piece on here. That's going to go on here. Now I could put it up with dimensionals. I'm not going to, because as I was saying a little while ago, the postage keeps going up, and you know, people are getting quite concerned about the cost of postage, so I'm trying to keep things as come on, as cost effective as I can. hence me not putting lots of now this is going to go straight over the top like that. Oh, got my finger on that bit. So that's given that little bit like that. Now the only thing that I would do is I've got some of this gold glitter, which I think you've seen me use before. I'm trying to get some more actually, because I struggled to find it. I got it in my local craft store, but like everything, they seem to be reducing their stocks. So where it was they used to have, and I think it depends who works there. I think the manager of that department now is more into knitting wools and things like that rather than in craft. So unfortunately the paper craft side of things seems to have gone down a bit. Now I'm just adding this in to just give a little bit of sparkle on here. I turn it round as I go, then I don't get it everywhere. Okay, I'm going to just add a little tiny little bit up in on here, because when that dries out, that'll take that little blob away. And I could, in fact, I'm going to do it along here because I just fancy that over the top. Like that. And again, just by putting a little bit of the glitter glue like this on, and I've got to do it down on the edges as well, so that just frames it. You still will have the gold going round the whole edge, but this little piece then is if it's a separate little piece. Okay, so it needs to dry, and when it dries you'll just have that little bit of gold on there, and I'm just going to put it onto a card blank. Haven't decided what colour. Let's have a look and see. Have I got some? I've probably got some pinky ones on here as well, which might look quite nice. Have I got a pinky one? Not sure. I'm going to have a little look and a play. I've got this, which is a mirror card one, which might look quite nice. It might just be a little bit over the top, but that might be quite nice. I'm not going to put it down because I need to clear my thing, but you can see how you can play with it with different backgrounds and things, and something that's very simple and very easy actually looks really quite fancy. I'm going to take that off of there because it shines far too much, but you can see very simple, very easy, pretty little card. Bring it up a little bit closer so you can see it a bit more, but you can see you've got a little bit of glitter on there, but it didn't take more than a few minutes to do it. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.